Excuse me, Matt.
Ladies, yes.
I'm Killer Kyle.
And welcome to... Sorry, go ahead.
This is Wheels of Fury, and we're gonna do our usual annual, seems like it's gonna be annual now, projection video for
Goddamn cat.
Payback coming up in a couple nights.
It's gonna be interesting, of course. The first pay-per-view right after WrestleMania.
Yes.
We had the brand split, obviously, and
Brand split, and then
these matches are actually gonna be quite interesting, to say the least. Cause
oh yeah, for sure.
well, I know one that I'm looking forward to, but let's get on with the pay-per-view. What do we got?
Okay, so first we got ENZO and Kaz against the Mr. Clean Dream Team of Gallows and
That's
Anderson.
right. Yes. The former Bullet Club member. We talked about this earlier, you know, and it's a shame that WWE had to ruin the Bullet Club name. Not only that, but, you know, no longer having Carl Anderson as Machine Gun Carl Anderson, but...
Yeah, no, I don't refer to him as the Machine Gun anymore, just Carl Anderson.
But, did you say this was for the Tag Team Championship?
No.
No.
Just a tag match.
Right. I can't remember who the champions are.
Hardys.
Oh, yeah, shit.
They made their big return at WrestleMania.
I know. I guess I just forgot. So, yeah, this is going to be a good match. I'm really hoping that ENZO and Cass win this one just because, yeah, okay, I'm not saying that just because they haven't been the tag team champions yet, but, you know, you have these two guys that have been in WWE Raw for a year.
Oh, at least.
At least a year. You know, and they haven't really had their title shot. They're very entertaining. They're pretty good in the ring. Nothing more I could say.
Yeah, they're good in the ring. ENZO is gold star on the mic. He's just the things ENZO could come up with is pure genius. And okay, yes, ENZO and Cass have had wins here and there, but anytime they've gotten a push for the tag titles, they just end up being a big flop.
Yeah.
And that's not a bash against ENZO and Cass by any means. It just seems like the title opportunities they've gotten, it just ended up not getting them anywhere. They haven't won the tag titles yet.
Unfortunately.
Which is rather sad.
Yeah, and you know, and I hope it's not one of those, okay, so we're gonna get these guys a lot of charisma and shit, but we're not gonna give them the tag team championship belts. What's gonna happen, you know, it's just like, okay, what happens? Maybe we should go to SmackDown. But again, are they gonna win the SmackDown Championship tag team titles? I don't know. Is this one of those things where, because there was a thing where I read they could possibly break them apart. I don't want that to happen. Not yet, but I think they deserve the tag team championships at least once.
Yeah, and I think ENZO and Kaz are so popular as a tag team, they may not, WWE might just keep them together. I don't really see any point in splitting those two up, honestly.
No.
And I really don't think it would benefit the two of them to be split. I mean, okay, the few times ENZO was hurt and Big Cass was on his own,
Yeah.
he did very well on his own, but we haven't really seen anything as to how well ENZO would do on his own.
That's, yes.
So,
It's, but for my money, I'm just gonna say ENZO and Cass.
yeah, I'd like for ENZO and Kaz to win myself. I mean,
As much as I enjoy the Bullet Club, I really would prefer to see ENZO and Cass get this one.
yeah, me too. So with that being said, we move on to Owens and Jericho for the US title, not the IC title, excuse me.
Is this the pre-show?
I believe so. What does it say? No, it doesn't really say, but
Okay, well,
I think it will be the pre-show. But if Jericho wins the US title, he'll go to SmackDown. So,
well, was that the deal?
yes.
Oh, okay. For some reason, alright. For some reason, I don't know if I was there when that was made or I just forgot. That would be cool, though.
Probably just forgot. But yeah.
Whatever. I think it makes a lot of sense because Dean Ambrose is on Raw and he's the Intercontinental Champion. And Kevin Owens is now on Raw. He's the US Champion.
No,
So
Kevin went to SmackDown.
right,
And the
that's right.
shake-up. He's the face of America.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what I said this before about Canadians who won the United States Championship. They need to go the Lance Storm route. They need to change. If they want to be real heels, they should change to the Canadian Championship.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Like the Canadian Heavyweight Championship or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. I think that would be awesome. Unfortunately, they see otherwise.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think Chris Jericho, if he wins, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that he was gonna take more time off and
Yeah, he might take time off and do something with Fozzy again.
yeah.
Or something like that.
So I'm thinking maybe Kevin Owens is gonna retain, which won't necessarily be a bad thing. Well, who knows who can challenge Kevin Owens for the championship?
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly one of those things where Kevin Owens needs to be the champion a bit longer, and it's unfortunate because Chris Jericho flip-flopping and
Yeah.
face, heel, face, and now it's like, okay, now he's gonna go back and take time off and
Yeah.
whatever, and if that's true, then that's fine. I just wish that, he would have a longer title run.
I mean, as much as it'd be nice to see Jericho win the US title again, for the whole Face of America gimmick to run longer, Owens needs to have the title longer. Because once he loses the title, that whole Face of America thing goes away, and then what?
Exactly.
Or per se, he were to lose the title to Jericho, and then he goes back to Raw, would he keep the Face of America thing going and be like, I'm still the Face of America, I'm going to win back the title, yada yada yada?
Yeah, I hope they don't go that route, but it's a possibility, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say, even though it may not happen, let's say Chris Jericho wins the title again. And then they possibly have another feud, who knows? Hell, they can go all the way to SummerSlam.
Maybe.
If, that's just a possibility.
Yeah.
What do you think?
As much as I'd like to see Jericho win the title, I more than likely will say that, or I'm going to say that more than likely Owens is going to keep the title. I mean, it's only been since WrestleMania that Owens has had the title, so he's basically more or less, Sunday is the last day in April, so pretty much Owens is only going to have held the title for a month, and usually on average a wrestler holds the championship for about 3 months and then they lose it, so.
Unless you're Roddy Piper.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Or poor Zack Ryder.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hold the title 24 hours.
Well.
Yeah.
That's how much faith they had in him.
Oh, I know, fuck.
Anyhow. So there's that.
And then,
pretty good prediction so far.
And then we move on to the Hardys, Matt and Jeff, against Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles.
So the real champions.
Real champions.
Fuck. Anyways, yeah. You got the veterans facing off against the team that really meshed together now. And Cesaro and Sheamus.
It just seems how rather strange how Sheamus and Cesaro just all of a sudden decided to just jump together and become a team, even though they basically at first they hated each other's stinking guts.
That's kind of funny, but at the same time, okay, so you have these guys, the Hardy Boys, come back at WrestleMania, which was a pretty good move.
Yes.
In my opinion. We didn't expect it. I unfortunately missed the broken gimmick, but whatever. Yeah. It is what it is. I think if the Hardy Boys lose, I'm not sure where they're going to go from there.
No. I read that there is rumor that WWE is in the works of trying to buy the rights to use the broken gimmick with Matt and Jeff.
Too little too fucking late, guys.
Yeah, basically.
So,
I think the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro will have a good match. It'll be a good match. I don't really think, though, the Hardys are ready to lose the titles yet.
Well, they've gone this far, and that's the longest, I think. Two legends have held the tag team championships so far. Because you had the New Age Outlaws, they had the championships for a while, and then basically that's it. You brought back the Headbangers, and someone else.
The Dudleys.
The Dudleys, for no fucking reason. So you finally get two legends that come back. I call them legends.
Well, they basically are.
They come back. They won the tag team championships. No, I don't think it's right that you would make them lose at Payback. I think they need a longer run. Now, we were talking about, you heard a rumor. I heard a rumor also that they wanted to have a WWE championship, a Raw championship match against Brock Lesnar and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
I don't know if that could be possible. Yeah, Jeff Hardy faced The Undertaker twice.
Yeah.
He can do it, but at the same time, is it right to have that happen? Because once again, we're back in WWE territory.
Yeah.
Whereas in TNA, Matt Hardy finally got a big push.
Yes.
And now you're going back to, hey, Jeff Hardy's the charismatic enigma, let's fucking put the belt on him. And we'll just push Matt Hardy to the side. If that's what they're thinking, I don't know.
Well, they've got to have a run with the tag titles first, then once that comes to an end, whenever that'll be, it'll be up to WWE and probably the Hardys what they want to do, whether they want to go for another big championship push, or, maybe try and go for another tag title run. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I'm gonna say the Hardys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think that they're not ready to lose the belts.
No. There's something to kind of wrap your head around.
Mm-hmm.
The Dudleys came back. They were back for a year, I think it was. And they basically were on a big losing streak. couldn't win a match to save their lives.
Right, yes.
Didn't win tag titles. Look at the tag titles. But yet, the Hardys, their first night back to win the tag titles? How the fuck does that work?
Exactly. I have no idea how that fucking works. Because they were both on TNA. Now, if this is a whole, hey, let's put these guys no titles because they were ECW guys, I don't know.
I mean, okay, yes, the Hardys are popular. Yes, the Hardys have been popular for fucking ever. Yes, but at the same time, the Dudley Boys were just as popular. They're just as over. But, is that WWE's way of saying the Hardys are more over than the Dudleys? Or maybe it could have been one of those things where the the Dudleys maybe said they didn't want to run with the tag titles. They just wanted to come back and wrestle and kind of inspire and maybe help the new guys. Even though, fuck, you could have given them at least, even if it was a small run with the tag titles again, it would have been nice.
Yeah, I think so. I think that it was an insult to just not have the Hardys be the the Dudley Boys be the tag team champions again.
Right.
The fuck is my brain? But also to have them come back and only win one match out of however many they had.
Yeah.
That's the
Pretty
biggest
sad.
insult.
Pretty sad.
Yeah. I won't even get into the headbangers, but
Fuck.
anyways, what do we got next here?
Orton and Wyatt in the House of Horrors.
This match.
This match should be a good one.
I am looking forward to this match.
Yes.
Not because I am that kind of guy, but that's going to be one of the best. I mean, okay, a lot of people think that the match they had at WrestleMania was corny and, well, they weren't real maggots. Okay, so whatever. It still was a cool concept.
Yes.
Even for kids. You know, if I was 12, 13 years old and I saw that, I'd be like, holy fuck. That is fucking cool.
Cool, yeah. Or creep the fuck out.
Or that too. So, House of Horrors match, I still don't know what that is.
Nobody knows what it
We
is.
still don't know what it is.
And it's basically become a wait and see kind of thing.
Exactly. And
it could be one of those things where, like, you take the Asylum, where Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho basically fought in a cage with weapons, and then, like, you take the Lethal Lockdown from TNA, where they have the weapons on the ceiling, and then the ceiling lowers, and they go at each other with weapons, and maybe melt the two together at one. And have, like, a big cage with weapons all over the place, and just let Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt waylay each other, and may the best man win.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Man, oh man. Yeah, so anyways, this is, I'm gonna say Bray Wyatt. I mean, because I'm a fan, so I'm biased, I'll say Bray Wyatt.
I'm gonna go Orton on this one. Bray Wyatt is a good wrestler. He's very good with the creepy, cryptic messages, and, he's a toned down version of The Undertaker, but with Randy Orton, it applies the same with the Hardys. It hasn't been long enough that Orton's had the title yet to lose it, and I don't think Randy's getting ready to lose it yet, so I'm going to pick up Orton on this one.
Well, I guess. I think because Bray Wyatt lost at WrestleMania, I think that... But who knows? I mean, Bray Wyatt's one of those guys who had a cool look, had a cool gimmick, but as soon as he came to Raw and SmackDown, it just seems like he didn't have a good winning streak, unfortunately, and it's really sad. And then he gets the championship belt, And why, I don't know. You know, so there's that.
Yeah.
I say Bray Wyatt because he's got to have something up his sleeve. I think there has to be something up his sleeve. He didn't win the championship at WrestleMania, so who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, John Cena lost the belt at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt won it.
Yeah.
So it's like... So... I'm just going to say Bray Wyatt. I mean...
Yeah.
That's pretty much... To me, well, that's pretty much a given. Seeing as it's his match... Look how many matches Undertaker won at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
So...
Either way, man, whoever comes out on top,
yeah,
it's still going to be an interesting match.
Oh yeah.
Even just the concept, I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That for sure.
Yes. From there, we move on to Neville and Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight title. The Neville level against the A double level.
That's right. Yeah, it's the same thing. I know that, this was Austin Aries first. Well, yeah, I don't think it was Neville's first WrestleMania. It was definitely Austin Aries' first WrestleMania. Yes. And unfortunately, he lost. He didn't win the title. I think it's his time. Okay, he's a veteran in the wrestling business.
Yes.
He's been to Ring of Honor. He's been to TNA. I don't even know if he was in Japan or wherever else he was in.
Right.
This guy is pretty much a champion no matter what.
Right.
And whatever, maybe that doesn't amount to anything in WWE. But the fact of the matter is, I think that it's going to be his time. I think he's going to beat Neville.
Yeah, me too, man.
At least I'd like to see it.
Yeah. I mean, Aries didn't pull a Charlotte and say, like, okay, I've been here on the main roster for a fucking week. Where's my title opportunity? But at the same time, Aries should win the championship, and it's about time for Neville to lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it'll make sense. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
He didn't win the NXT championship.
Right.
So it makes sense that he would go, and why the fuck not, Anyhow. It just makes a lot of sense. That's all I can say.
Yeah. It would benefit Aries to win the title, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not to say, Aries can't do anything without the title, but I think it makes the most sense to have Aries win the title. Clear move.
When the hell did he become a tail?
Cat's ass.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than being a horse's ass.
Exactly. Less smaller shits.
True.
But, anyways, so I'm gonna say Austin Aries.
Me too.
Okay. So that's settled.
Move on now to Roman Reigns against Braun Strowman. Why the fuck can't they end this rivalry? Honest to God.
Yeah,
I mean, as interesting as it's been, and the matches they've had have been good, fucking move on from it already.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
At least fucking have the Big Show interfere. There's no reason why not. We've had a lot of matches with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. We told you what happened with Roman Reigns getting his ass kicked by Braun Strowman.
Yes.
And Braun Strowman has been stronger than ever.
Yes.
Fuck! Look at the match he had with Big Show. They broke the fucking arm.
Bye, Ring.
Exactly.
Bye.
I have become a fan of Braun Strowman right after the Wyatts.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of fit the Wyatts. He kind of...
Yeah.
you know. But now he's...
He fit in with the WYATT, but ever since he went on his own, he's become more...
Yes, he's...
the dangerous, intimidating, scary big man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the guy's built like a brick shit house. He's got the gravelly voice. And did you fucking see what he did to Roman Reigns? So...
Exactly.
I mean, let's not talk about the dumpster match with Kalisto. But, no, I'm gonna say that I think Braun Strowman needs to win.
Yeah.
And I say needs to win because how many matches that they've had did he win?
A couple at least.
Oh, okay,
maybe,
so...
Maybe 2, maybe 3.
Alright. Okay, I guess I forgot about that. I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman anyways.
Yeah. Roman is banged up basically from getting the shit kicked out of him and the ambulance flipping over and all this other shit. So more than likely Strowman is gonna come out on top.
Yeah. That's,
And then, for God's sakes, give the man a fucking push.
Yeah. Oh, he fucking
almighty.
needs a push. He needs to put the title on him. He needs to be given a title shot. It doesn't matter who.
WWE needs to pursue the thing that they did with him and fucking Lesnar.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right. He needs to have a fucking title shot against Brock Lesnar. I don't care if it's SummerSlam. I don't care if it's whatever. That needs to fucking happen. I don't...
The sooner the better.
Hands down, sooner the better.
So, before
Holy fuck.
Matt gets any more riled up about the subject, we'll move on to Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not a given, Samoa Joe. Next we have... No, I'm just kidding.
I think it'll be a physical match.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hard-hitting affair. You pretty much got it in the bag that Joe's gonna win.
Well, I mean, anytime you put in a sleeper hold or a choke hold, it's gotta make your body go limp.
Oh yeah.
And make you cut off brain cells and shit like that. So yeah, I definitely think Samoa Joe is gonna win. It's not to say that Seth Rollins is gonna pull something off. I mean, he's already beaten Triple H at
True.
WrestleMania, which blew my mind.
Yeah.
But it just... you know what? Okay, if Seth Rollins wins, then it's going to be a big surprise to me. Because of... Again, we're looking at the history of the professional wrestling in Samoa Joe. You've got the guy in NXT, and you got the guy in TNA, you got the guy in Ring of Honor, and wherever else he's been. He's there, and he is a veteran. He's another one that I can see be the potential either Universal Champion or WWE Champion.
Yes.
Maybe not now, but in the near future.
In the future, yeah.
But it's going to be a good match. I think there's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. And that's probably what it's going to be. It's going to be a big fight.
Most likely.
I don't see any blood in it, unfortunately. Thank you, Vince McMahon.
Suck it.
Suck it. That's right. But, yeah, I'm going to say Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins is going to really surprise me if he comes out on top.
And you know, it's not so much the fact that Rollins can't win.
No, it's not.
It's more feasible and more likely that Joe's going to win.
Yes. That's a big possibility.
Yeah.
I can see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
Unless you can pull off a miracle. I mean, they're still talking about having a Shield reunion.
Yeah, whether it might happen at some point down the road, how they're gonna go about it, who knows?
Yeah.
But for now, it's just kind of Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Rollins still doing their own thing.
Yeah. Well, so it's it's gonna be Samoa Joe for me, obviously.
I'm gonna go Joe on this one too.
Yeah.
As much as I like Rollins, and Rollins is a great athlete.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like I said, it's not that Rollins can't win, it's just more likely Joe's going to win.
Yeah.
So with that being said...
I think that Seth Rollins is going to pull out all the stops.
Oh, for sure.
I just don't see him win.
No.
But
Joe, yeah. Rollins is going to do whatever it takes to win. It just... The likelihood of him winning is not that high.
right.
So with that being said, we move on to the last match. Bayley against your dream girlfriend, Alexa Bliss,
Mm-hmm.
for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yes. And I'm going to surprise you, though, because, well, as much as Alexa Bliss kind of really good promo
Yes.
on Raw, again, I don't see her winning this yet. She won't win it, but not at Payback. There has to, unless, okay, so let's say she does win. It's either going to be because she cheats,
Yeah.
or we finally get to see the Sasha Banks heel turn that comes out.
Yeah.
Now we could say that Bayley will win, and with the help of Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks holds up her hand.
And then clobbers her.
Clobbers her, yeah. Yeah, Sasha Banks heel turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations, you won!
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome. Either way. But yeah, no, I mean, I love Alexa Bliss, obviously. And, she can piss on me any whatever. So, it's, I'm gonna say Bayley for the first match with Alexa Bliss. I believe Alexa Bliss will eventually win the title, but not at Payback.
Yeah. As much as Alexa Bliss can be women's champion and probably deserves to be women's champion, it's too soon. Hell, it's fucking too soon for Charlotte, but I digress on that.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
But it is true. You get these women who are going to separate brands, and it's like, boom, let's give them a title shot.
And it's like,
No.
give them a month or two on the main roster, and then work up to a women's championship match from there. I mean, fuck. It was what? God, 7, 8 years, whatever, before Naomi got a women's championship
Yes.
opportunity.
Exactly.
I mean, horribly fucking shitballs.
Exactly, and I don't see Charlotte. Well, look, like I said, I don't see Charlotte getting it that soon either. But
No.
for this one, it's going to be a Bayley. I think that
yeah.
it's going to, yeah. And then they're going to have the feud with Sasha Banks and fucking Bayley. With Alexa Bliss, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out eventually, I'm sure. She will, like I said, she will get it. It's just a matter of time. I think it's too soon.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, so anyways, that is Payback. I think that this show is going to be a great show for the first ever Raw brand split.
The first Raw only pay-per-view
Exactly, yeah.
since the brand split.
So it'll be interesting to see how these new people on Raw, well, not new people, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
handle themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking forward to the House of Horrors match.
Definitely.
I can't wait to see if Braun Strowman finally gets his due again.
gets what he right. I believe he needs to get what he rightfully has earned and deserves.
Yeah. So, only time will tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny how Brock Lesnar hasn't had a match on this card, but he's, again, one of those part-timers. But here's to say he's not going to come out during one of the matches and F5 someone.
Oh, yeah. F5, there's F5 the fuck out of somebody.
Oh, he will.
Oh, it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
It might happen at some point. Lesnar F5 the fuck out of Strowman.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's a match like I said, there's a match right there. There's an opportunity right there for Braun Strowman. So we'll see how it goes. And, anyway, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle. This is the another edition of Wheels of Fury, and we're looking forward to Payback.
Wheels of Fury Payback edition.
Talk to you later.
See you again.
Bye.
And hopefully we'll have a better start to this one. Peace.